So Lucian would like to know, what should a brief test strategy contain? Brief enough to be actually read by somebody?
Good question. Let me think. Well, I think I just answered that question with my story as an answer for the last question. But let me go into that a little bit deeper. I think a test strategy, and again, I cannot emphasize it more, it's the idea that guide your testing. So it's a mental model. That's what I call test strategy. That it's a set of ideas that guide your testing, or the choose of experiments or tests you're going to do. And a brief test strategy, I think, can only work if you're talking about a small part of the product. Something that is so the briefer you make it, the more general it becomes.
Like the vaguer it becomes.
Exactly, and then it loses its value, because it needs to be specific. It needs to answer two questions: what are you going to test, and how are you going to test it? So a brief test strategy, to me, and I really like visualization, could be a mind map. But a mind map doesn't talk. It doesn't. It's very informative.
Indeed.
So what I always do is, if I create mind maps in project, most of the time I tell you, this is the mind map, and if you want to have it, you get me with it. Let me talk you through this mind map. And so I don't think there is such thing as a brief test strategy, only if you have a small product or you have only one user story to test. You can create a really brief test strategy. I've seen a test strategy document once made by Paul Holland, and he used it with his team at Lucent. And it was a list of terms and a list of short sentences. And I looked at it and I said, I don't know, what's this plan about, or this strategy about? And he said, well, if you know the product and if you're a professional tester, this list will tell you exactly what to do. But you need to be a trained professional.
Yeah.
So nobody could read it, only his team. And I thought, that's brilliant. So the better the people are who you're working with, the briefer your documentation can be. And so if you want a brief test strategy, make it visual. So create an architectural overview and start putting stickies on it with test charters or test ideas, and say, hey, we're going to test that there and that there, or create a mind map. But again, you cannot send it to people. So if you want people to actually read your test strategy, I would advise stop writing it, create visuals, go to these people and say, hey, look at what I made. Can I talk you through it? And if you tell a compelling story, they will start asking questions and you have a conversation.
I would even go a step further and kind of say, to build on what you said, to stop writing it on your own and kind of create it together with your team. Then it can be super brief, because they've got all the context, they were in the conversation, that will capture the conversation, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, and if you have somebody who missed the conversation, maybe video the conversation and make a video of the team drawing the thing on the whiteboard, and give him that video and said, hey, look at the video for an hour. You probably know exactly what we talked about. Then it's okay. Because I like creating it together and then just leaving it on the whiteboard, or take a picture of the whiteboard and then put it on next to the Scrum board and say, hey, this is our test strategy, architectural model, whatever. Yeah, I like that. Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you for that question, Lucian.